Twigge. BBC Radio Derby.
Here he is, my autograph hunter. His name's Andy Broughton. He's been on every day this week. Morning, Andy.
Morning, Andy.
You've been the star of the show this week.
I don't think I have. It's you, isn't it?
No, I don't think it is. Don't blow smoke where you shouldn't be blowing it. Right, Andy, let's get on. You've got 10,000 autographs.
Yeah.
We've already done Peter Cushing. We've done Margaret Thatcher. We've done the lady, forgive me, I can't remember her name. She was on the Titanic.
Yeah.
She was a little baby in arms on the Titanic, and you met her, you formed relationships with these people. Hit us with, it's a double act today.
It is, yeah. It's the KRAY twins, the gangsters, the murderers, really, the evil people. I wrote to Reg back in 1992, where he was at Wayland Prison in Norfolk, and collectors don't distinguish between fame and infamy. He was somebody that was in the news quite a lot, even though he was still in prison after all these years since the crimes. And I sent an autograph request to him, and said, "Is there a chance of getting a signed photograph, sort of thing?" I didn't know if I'd get a response or whatever, and within a very short time, I did get a response from Reg and it was almost as if a child had written it. The writing was very, very poor. Nothing was joined up, and it was in some ways it was hard to read. But what he said to me was, I can't get a photograph in here. He says, but I suggest you contact the Sunday Sport newspaper to get a photograph.
What?
I know. No, remember, this in 1992 is before the internet, whereas now I'd just print one off and I'd send it off and get it done. But in them days, there's no internet. It's difficult to get photos. And of all the papers he told me to write to, he said, go to the Sunday Sport.
So that's why you went to the newsagents and you were seen going up Abbey Street with a Sunday Sport under your arm, young Andy.
That was my excuse, yeah.
So did you? Was it only the one time that you communicated with him? What?
Oh no, I did it a few times. I mean, in with this letter which he did for me. He did put a card in. It was nice, and he just said 1992, Andrew, God bless, Reg KRAY. And I wrote to him. I mean, later on for the BBC Radio Derby Money Mountain appeal, and because I knew that his paintings come up for sale, his drawings, and they sell for vast amount of money. And he did 2 cartoons for the Money Mountain appeal. I think in 1993 in Derby, yeah.
Did he?
And because I remember the placards, the telegraph placard says "Gangster helps Derby kids," because it was a children's to benefit children that year. And he's on his letterhead of paper in Wayland Prison. Reg KRAY all printed at the top with a crown and everything. And he drew on one of them. He drew a cowboy, and another one it was a sailor. It was like very, very basic graphic. They were really, they really were like childlike things that he did, almost abstract. But he did these and he signed them. I think they sold really well in the auction at the time. And the thing is with Reg KRAY, I don't know. There's been some. He's got a strange following. He's still got people now that his paintings come up for sale, they sell for hundreds of pounds, and it just seems.
What was it? What was it with you, Andy? What made you decide I'm going to get Reggie KRAY's autograph?
Yeah, because I can't, like I said, I can't distinguish between fame and infamy. I just go for people that are historical for one reason or another. There might be good people, there might be bad people, and I also went to Ron KRAY, and of course he was in the psychiatric hospital at Broadmoor. And before I wrote to him, I rang the hospital, and it was surprisingly easy to get through to his doctor, the person that looked after him personally. And he said to me, no, he said he would like that. He said if you wrote to him, he'd like to get a letter from, that kind, asking for an autograph.
this, Andy, is, yeah, look at all the bad things they did, but this one is really making me sit up and pay attention.
Yeah, yeah. 'Cause I mean, after all those years, I mean, nobody could ever defend anything they did. If you watch the film, on the Krays, it's absolutely shocking beyond belief, but the thing, there's another side to them, which I suppose they have nothing else to do in there, in these institutions, and to do this, I think that he helped a lot of people, Reg Kray. He certainly people with leukemia, children with leukemia, he did things to
Fantastic.
to help them
Great
along.
story. It's been fascinating speaking to you. I'm going to try and top trump you though, Andy, before we
Okay.
go. I'm going to, now, my claim to fame, autograph hunting wise, I have a signed picture with his hand round my throat at a golf club called Sherwood Golf Club near Mansfield
Yeah.
from Norman Wisdom.
Oh, I've got loads from Norman.
Oh, God, I knew you had. I flipping knew it. I knew it. I was going to blinking top trump you then. Oh,
He lived on the Isle of Man, and didn't he? And I wrote to him for years.
oh, I thought you might have. I thought you flipping might have. Andy, in all seriousness, I have really, really, really enjoyed speaking to you this week. And I think a lot of people have enjoyed listening to your stories and your connections to these different people. It's been absolutely fascinating. Andy Broughton there from Derby. Wow. The Krays. You could honestly, gobsmacking.